58 Live is the place to be for quality broadcast for you to see. They deliver prime coverage like Amazon. No matter what day of the week you see them on, you don't need to double check. The truth is clearer than air. Treat it like a viral video and share. There's no comparison, no equal to mention. You can see for yourself, let it have your attention. From the beginning you'll see what you would have hated to miss, another recapable moment, so keep dropping the hits. Turn up the volume, grab your favorite seat, so sit back right now and enjoy what's on screen. 58 Live in the building.
One and
Best
all.
crew rock.
Let's go.
It's time to get it started. It's time to stand to your feet. Competitions, it's time to go and serve you defeat. Coaches, get out your players, get pads and cleats. Fans, get out your merchandise, make it loud as they need. Refs, get out your whistles, it's time to get it ready. Run up and down silence, make sure the call is steady. Minutes before the action and the matchups announced. It's time to go to war, not giving it out. It's game time, and it's Saturday night, where the only shots taken is on the field tonight. It's game time. And it's Saturday night, where the only shots taken is on the field tonight. Are you playing at home or trying to win on the road? Did your fans follow you or did you come out alone? You made it here with your team with all the fan support. Are you getting a W or an L you report? If you win or you lose, you gotta learn every day. When you get on the field and hear game noise on each play, it's the fight to the finish and the battle of the Titans where all the...
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Saturday Night Football. I'm Bo McMichael here on the Score 58 Network. Glad to have everybody with us on all platforms. That's Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and good old-fashioned Vimeo. Glad to have you with us. I got two of my great sidekicks beside me ready to call a little football. Adam Collins and Craig Chapman. Gentlemen, how are y'all doing here on this wonderful March 12th, 2022?
Great, man.
I'm warm. Oh, you're warm, and I appreciate you saying that. You know, when we listen to you open up with "I'm warm," and ladies and gentlemen, when you say that they're warm, this is why they're warm. Okay, for those individuals out there in this world, this is why they are warm. They're sitting in the nice little confines of a studio here at Score 58 Network. Glad to have you with us, gentlemen. We got a game of the week. Tuskegee Airmen versus the Georgia Thrashers. Craig, I'm going to let you talk a little bit about the Thrashers, and then, Adam, you're going to talk a little bit about Tuskegee and who they've played up until this point. This is a matchup of undefeated teams, so here, 2 versus 3. Talk to me a little bit, Craig, what you got to begin with.
Well, the Thrashers coming off last week's victory. That was a game that the score looked a little bit closer than it actually was. Got kind of intense at the end of the game last week. With the Thrashers taking a safety so they wouldn't have to punt from their own end zone, only up by 8. So it was an interesting game. They bring an interesting mix in. They'll run some regular pro set offense and things like that, but they'll also spread it out. And the whole thing is based around their quarterback, Taylor. He's number 2 in the league in passing, and he's also number 3 in the league in rushing. And it is he's a special talent. When you watch him play, you'll see what we're talking about because he makes people miss. He can deliver the football. Really good football player. They've got 4 receivers and the top 27 in receiving after week 1. The lowest yards per catch average is 13.5. So you're going to get to see the ball put up in the air. And last week their defense played a rock-solid game until some bad situations late. So it'll be interesting to see, what they learned from last week. I wrote in my notes, play 4 quarters and not just 2 because they dominated that game for the first half. Big deal is, coming back tonight, how you respond after the second half from last week.
All right, I totally agree with you on that part, and we'll talk a little bit about here the environment and what we're thinking. But, Adam, talk to me a little bit about the Airmen from Tuskegee.
The Airmen are 2-0, giving up an average of 6 points a game. Very opportunistic defense. That first game against the East Alabama Predators, they just went wild on them on defense and then opened up the scoring gates. So I'm looking forward to see how they fare against what I would consider a top-tier team. But right now, they're number 3. So, there's obviously a lot of people that think that they're getting it done as well. But I think this will be their first real test with the Thrashers. But I think they have a chance this evening to really kind of show some people what they got because they run the ball And tonight is going to be a run the ball kind of night, because I don't know if you've been outside, but my kids asked me if this was a tornado today when we were driving down the road, because they was blowing my truck all over the road, and I don't drive a small truck, so it's.
You can even hear the wind in there inside the press box. Bag of Donuts is calling the call here. Appreciate Joey being able to sit there. It's 30 degrees here at kickoff, 13-mile-per-hour wind. Not for the faint of heart. Hey, but can we say something about the numbers, gentlemen? Can y'all read the numbers tonight?
Absolutely.
That is a nice yellow on black right there with the Tuskegee Airmen and the Thrashers in white. So that's not too bad. But this is kickoff weather right now. Adam and Craig, if we were talking about, going through a little bit of the keys of the game here, and the first thing that's really coming into my mind is as I pull it up here, give me 1 second. I love multitasking. Here we go. When we talk about here, talk to me, Craig, about this outlook. Will weather play a part in the game? You talk first about that. Do you feel like that's going to be the case?
It absolutely will. It's going to play a part in the game because it's something that most people aren't used to, especially in the South. We're not used to playing games when it's going to be 25 degrees at halftime.
Well, if we're in the middle of November and December, sometimes maybe. But
sometimes.
March 12th, that's a little different in that
part. In November, you're normally not coupling it with a 13 to 20-mile-an-hour wind.
Right.
So it's going to get colder. The field is going to be hard. It's going to be hard to snap the football. It's going to be hard to take a snap. The wind's going to make it difficult to throw it, either going with it or going into it. Kicking game is going to be interesting, all of that stuff. So, yeah, I think it plays a big part in the game.
All right, so the other part that I listed out there real quick was the Thrashers playing the second game, Airmen playing their third. 3 games back-to-back-to-back. Adam, good thing or bad thing for the Airmen? They played in the kickoff, the Commissioners Kickoff Classic, and then last week they played against the Alabama Tigers, and then this week they're on a road traveling all the way up here to Atlanta. Is that a good thing or a bad thing for the Airmen?
It's a good thing. I mean, if you can stay healthy, playing is great. There's no better place to get experience than during a game. You can't simulate a game. You can try, but it's always a failing venture in my opinion. Simply because, the people across from you're more comfortable, but when you get out there, people you don't know, and the bullets start flying, you get to see who people are.
Right, definitely understand that. Craig, last thing, both of them being undefeated, how are they going to handle any type of adversity? Because guess what? This game's not going to end in a tie. One team's going to walk away with a W, another team's going to walk away with an L. How are they going to handle that from an adversity perspective?
I think both teams feel like they're good football teams. I don't think losing a game is going to change their thought process about the season, especially not if you're the Airmen, the third game of the season, or, if you're the Thrashers, the second game of the season. Now, if this was something where, the Thrashers and the Airmen were playing and maybe they had lost a couple of games late in the year and they were moving into the playoffs, then that would be a bigger story. But I think right now, no matter what happens, when you're looking at this, either the Thrashers or the Airmen are going to learn a lot about themselves. And, it's easier to learn stuff about yourself when you win, but sometimes it's
you learn more when you lose, yeah. Right. Yeah, I mean, you really do. You get that opportunity. Well, ladies and gentlemen out here in the old social media world, just my thoughts, insights, nothing to do with Score 58. If you hear Adam Collins make any type of suggestions whatsoever, or Craig Chapman, you're going to ask you to blame it on the rain, because the rain don't mind and the rain don't care. Or you can just channel your shagginess and say it wasn't me. And if you hear me do this, that means I'm happy that they spoke something really positive. If you hear that, they're going to need help. And the last one, but not further, I got 2 claps. We're not going to do the mumble today on you, Adam. We're going to back off of that. We're going to give you some leeway to do a great job across the board.
Finally come to your senses.
Oh, come to my senses. Okay.
He just went and found the mumble. We need help.
Yeah, I understand that. Well, you get to see last week's score across the board here, and we're going to rotate those a little bit before kickoff, and then we're going to see what matchups we have tonight. We have a great game tomorrow. Just a reminder for everybody out there in football world for Sunday football in March, 1 p.m. kickoff. live here on Score 58 Network. It's a free game of the week. The Georgia Noles taking on the Columbus Storm, located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Sit back and enjoy yourselves. Grab some hot cocoa, because it's going to be hot. Going to be cold in the morning. Going to be cold. Going to warm up by 4 o'clock. But early morning temperature is going to be sitting around the 20s, early young 20s at that, like 20, 21, which we all wish we were sometimes. Isn't that true, Adam? That was great. I appreciate you focusing on my conversation. With no further ado, we did hear the announcement. Keys to the game, gentlemen. Talk to me real quick. Keys to the game.
I think it's going to be, how do you extend drives in this weather? All right. Do you handle third down well? All right. And then, last week we saw it. If you play solid special teams, then you've got a chance to win and limit your turnovers. Tonight it's going to be a big deal with the turnovers because the weather is going to make it hard to handle the ball, hold the ball.
Hard to hold on to it.
The football is going to get harder.
I was about to say, that ball gets hard.
The hardest part for me being an old center, coming out at halftime when my hands were warm, I can remember shooting the ball back underneath number 9's legs a couple of times, going, I don't have a grip with this ball.
And the field is going to be, the colder it gets, now that the sun's gone down, it's going to get slick. You're going to have to be able to cut with your feet up underneath you. Wouldn't be surprised to see some guys, try to make a cutback and lose their footing, and then it's going to get hard, and it's going to hurt to land on it. And that's just one of those things where in football you're going to end up on the ground. And when every play, when you end up on the ground, it's going to hurt, that's not any fun.
No, it's definitely not on that part. The one thing I will say is, isn't that a nice sunset in the background, gentlemen?
Beautiful.
I mean, we can't ask for better things when you get nice sunsets like that. I will say that. So very nice matchups here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to hand it over to Adam and Craig. Adam and Craig, you have the call on the game. I'll come back and bother you a little bit later. I'll get things situated on our end here from producing. Once again, I'm Bo McMichael with Adam Collins and Craig Chapman, live from Shorty Howe Park in Duluth, Georgia. Score 58 Network, APDFL Game of the Week.
All right, Coach, we got 2 playoff teams from last year. Both of these teams made a deep run in the playoffs, looking to get to the championship round this year. What do you expect?
I mean, I want to see what the Airmen's defensive line looks like chasing Taylor.
Containing.
Yeah, I mean, can they contain? But I tell you what, I watched one of the captains walk out there, Patrick Campbell, and 6'5", 285, defensive end.
He looks like he can contain.
He looks the part, buddy. He looks the part.
So getting ready for the kickoff. Wynn's already blown the ball off the tee.
Yeah, this is a have to hold the ball kind of night.
And that makes your kickoff lanes worse because now you got somebody.
Well, you're a man down now.
Yep.
And there's a kick. It's a little blooper. Picked up what looks to be about the 30-yard line. And there's some pad popping going on right there now.
That's Riverio on the return, and he got met. And, man, Coach.
No, that's Favors. Is that 16 or 18?
It's like 16.
Okay, you're right. All the hair. I see it.
I mean, that's the first thing we get to see tonight. And that was just a collision.
Yeah, he's shaking it off right now. I think somebody stuck their face mask on his hand right there.
Yeah, that's not one thing you don't want to have done tonight is to get that to happen to you. That's brutal.
That's unpleasant normally.
Yeah, I mean, that happens in the middle of June. You don't like it. Dadgum sure wouldn't want it to happen on a night like tonight.
Now, so they are playing number 2, Campbell, to the short side of the field, or maybe he's just on their left side.
Strong side defensive end, Coach?
That's my guess.
They got a 6'2", 6'1" looking right here.
They are getting ready to just bring it. And there it is, and they absolutely do. And there's Campbell in the backfield.
And that is a loss of 2 on first down.
Williams doesn't get much there.
Bring up 2nd down and 12 right here for him, Coach. And that was if you're going to line up and play a 6-1, you're not going to be able to do that.
They just recreated
everything.
The line of scrimmage.
They certainly did.
Yeah, they're playing monster man defense here. And
here it comes again. I mean, this is interesting.
Well, they changed it up a little bit. Gibb trying to run wide is Williams.
No. The answer is no, Coach.
And I can't even see who got up off the bottom of there. Looked like maybe number 11 was there first. That's going to be Dorsey. Kenneth Dorsey Sr. out of Troy.
And it's going to bring up third.
Kenneth's 34.
Looks like they gave him 2 yards. I have no idea how that happened.
Wow, maybe they felt bad for him. Remember, they're like, hey, man, all these guys are hitting you, so here you go.
So it's going to bring up third down and about 10 right here.
So you get a yard for every 3 people that hit you. So Taylor in the gun this time, a little bit different look. There's a snap, no rush. And looks like he lost a handle on that one. Kind of threw it into the ground. You know, we talked about, you can speak to that, Coach Chapman, about how difficult it is to handle a cold football as far as like your release goes.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is that, you know, you're used to being in the, you know, you're used to throwing and breaking a sweat and getting everything to kind of roll with you and being in that kind of, you know, that good rhythm. And when it gets cold, nothing works. I mean, it's a bad thing. When I tell you nothing works, I mean nothing works.
Uh-oh, the Thrashers having a draft for the punt team. Pawanda had 1 kick last week. He had 1 punt of 30 yards. And that ball is going to be down at what looks to be about the 35.
Yeah, so they're going to mark it at the 40 right there. So it'll be 1st and 10 right here for the Airmen at the 40-yard line. Impressive defensive start. They hit I think they said it hit the first guy down.
Hey, gentlemen, at the start of the next possession for the Thrashers, we'll do a little player introductions for the Thrashmen. I'm looking at the Thrashmen on the score because they thrash them. Hey, it's early. I'm good, buddy. It's been a long day. I'm good. All right, back to y'all.
All right, so now we get to see the Airmen on offense. Defense looks pretty stout.
And they said, I read some stuff about the Airmen on offense, said they like to run the football, and now, of course, they come out in 4 wides.
There's snap, give off the right side, able to fight through the first tackle. Going to end up getting about 5 out of it.
Absolutely did right there, Coach.
What Favors there to help him up.
Is that number 19 on the carry?
It is number 19 on the carry. That's Vincent Tyus. Vincent out of Alabama State University.
And Vincent is a large running back.
Indeed.
Back on the ball, little tempo. Did I see that right? Did they play that first play without 4 defensive linemen?
I think so. And the give to Vincent again. Off the right side again.
Gain of 4. It'll bring up 3rd down and 1.
Look like number 21 there first for the Horsemen. Jamal Simmons. So far, kind of a sound game plan from the Airmen.
Stack look out here normally to draw you out so they can run the football.
There's a snap. Quarterback keeps.
And the quarterback will get the 1st down.
Travis Bozeman on the carry right there.
Bozeman with a gain of 2 and the 1st down.
Looked like number 93 was there first for the Thrashers. I tell you what, so far, I was not anticipating. I was expecting more of a struggle, but you know the Airmen have their first down.
The Airmen look to have a decided size advantage up front too, wouldn't you say, Coach?
It does seem that way. And you can't do that on television or otherwise.
You cannot do that.
So that's going to move the Airmen up 5. And that's going to bring up 1st and 5, a situation you never want to be in on defense.
I will say this. I'd much rather be in 1st and 5 than in 1st and goal at the 1.
True. Now, I will say they're walking out and playing the slot.
They are.
They're waiting on that. Going down the right side, had a man, bounces off of him.
That was a really nice job of coming back to the football right there.
Good job going up to get it.
Yeah. Smart call, too.
Got a player down.
Mm-hmm.
That's never good. Looks like one of the big uglies. You can afford to lose a lot of things, but offensive lineman is not one of them.
Nope, offensive nor defensive lineman. Those are things that you don't want to lose. There's your power rankings, Coach, 11 through 31.
Yeah, and, you know, when I was looking at the matchup between the Thrashers and the Airmen, what I noticed was that the Airmen with decisive victories over number 16 and 27, where you had the Thrashers with kind of a back-and-forth type victory late in the game over number 3.
Yeah. And I thought that
– or over number 4, I apologize.
I thought that the game last week, it was 21-0 at halftime. And I think they just kind of put it in their back pocket in the second half.
Well, you and I have both been part of games
Yep.
like that where we just go, you win and you have that sick feeling in your stomach.
That was not what I wanted to accomplish
like
at all.
If we play these guys again, I don't know that we have an answer for what they're doing.
Nope. If you look at this right here, I mean, first of all, Coach, how many teams are there from Alabama in this league?
Several.
I mean, that is a lot of teams from Alabama. But, you know.
There's one team from Arkansas, number 19, the Punishers.
You did that on purpose. I'm just waiting for the response.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's 2 from Arkansas, 26 as well, the Sharks. I forgot. They're new to the league.
2nd and 5 right here for
Bozeman in the gun. Looks like the Thrashers are going to heat him up.
Yes, they are.
They bring the blitz. They get there. It's probably going to come back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain, so it'll bring up 3rd and 5 right here. Airmen, you know, this is obviously going to be, I would guess this is going to be 4-down territory for them, wouldn't you, Coach?
I mean, I would certainly think so, unless you've got a really good field goal kicker.
Well, that would be right now it'd be a 61-yarder.
Well, like I said, really good.
So 3rd and 5 right here. Trips to the boundary for the Airmen.
There's a snap. Bozeman rolling to his left. Fires downfield. Has a man. Goes up. Oh, man, did he pull that down.
He caught it, but I'm not sure he had both feet in bounds.
They're going to give it to him. Is that Riverio?
21, Coach. 21.
Okay, that's Jamal Simmons with an INT right there.
And look at this play right here. This
tip drill.
Early candidate for play of the game, wouldn't you say, Coach?
Indeed, my friend, indeed.
Gets the foot down right there. That's
Again,
nice.
That hard ball, man, went off his hands. Pass was intended for Rakeem Scott, and he just couldn't hang on. Now, here's the only bad thing about this. If you're the Thrashers,
you're back on offense.
The Airmen defense comes back out.
And first down, here's me. If I'm in this, they're gonna have to do something right here, because on 3rd down they look like they were expecting the pass. Okay.
But they didn't rush.
No, that's what I'm saying.
They're all standing on the line of scrimmage. They're not going to let him run.
That's why on 1st down it would be bootleg or something like that.
And give to Peanut Williams off the left side, and he's going to be wrapped up quickly. Looks like number 32 was there first. Quintez Patrick for the Airmen.
Well, they're going to give him about 3 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
I think that's kind of generous.
Maybe.
See right there, Quintez out of Booker T. Washington High School.
More traditional set. I think what's going to happen is they're going to have to go and start spreading this out.
There's motion. Taylor rolls to his right. There's nobody there. Man. The defensive speed of the Airmen right there. Looked like number 13 was there first. Jalen Purter for the Airmen.
Was that Taylor or was that number 1 playing quarterback?
Did they slip somebody in, Coach?
I don't know. I'm trying to – I couldn't see. It looked like number 1.
I know he was tall and fast, so. So you might have dropped the ball on that one, Coach Chapman. Hey, but don't worry about it, man. It's cold outside.
It is cold outside. But that is number 1 playing quarterback in mine.
Okay, then I apologize. That was Cedric Robinson on the carry. Cedric out of the University of West Georgia. Look at there. See how fast we got that corrected? There's a snap. Quick throw out to his left. Oh, man, great play right there. Great play right there by Bozeman, the quarterback. Fought through the block, came up and stuck him.
Gain of 2 to bring up 2nd down and 8. So right now, when you're looking at this, I mean, it seems like perhaps the Thrashers are starting to make some adjustments to what the Airmen are doing to them on defense.
Hey, Bo, can you say that? What high school he's from? That was Frederick Stinson who made that tackle, number 1. Ball down the field.
That's Sweat.
Man, what a catch right there by Sweat. He's eventually going to be run out of bounds by number 4, Mark Battle. Yeah, I was thinking that quarterback sure is willing to mix it up inside. Sweat had a big game last week and is apparently going to have another one. He doesn't have any problems with dealing with the cold.
No, he does not. And that's 1 reception right there for him. And that's, you know, right at 35 yards.
And
nice
now Run is finding a little traction here. Peanut Williams fighting for everything he's worth right there. Nice, tough run by Williams. Number 8 there first. A let on the tackle. Let out of Carver.
Gain of 8, bring up 2nd down and 2.
So here we go, Thrashers. They're on the move. Williams out of Shiloh. The Generals.
So changing it running back right here, Coach. It's like number 19's in the game. Freddie Dixon.
And it is. It's a give to Dixon. Dixon plowing forward. And he's still going. I'm not sure if he heard the whistle. Looked like number 18 was there for the Airmen, T. Smith.
That's a gain of 4 and a 1st down.
All right, so 2nd down and 2. Sorry.
1st and goal right here at the 8.
There we go. That's what I was looking for. I got to stop reading.
What was that?
I got to stop reading. Robinson under center. And ball to the corner.
Incomplete.
Pass intended for Sweat. Broken up by number 1, Frederick Stinson.
If we're being realistic, it was broken up by Sweat.
Stinson out of Notasulga High School.
Glad you said that. That should have been the clapping hands out after pronouncing that word.
He's just mad because he can't say it. Robinson back up under center.
Second and goal right here.
A little boot action. Well read. He fires.
Good job.
He's going to throw it away.
That was a good job of throwing it away. Did not have anything. There was nothing there.
Okay, well, it looks like the Airmen might be playing some of that bend but don't break defense.
Be interesting to see what this play call is right here, Coach.
I thought the boot was a pretty good call,
Not a bad call.
but everybody was there.
This might be not a bad time to, they threw the fade and they had outside leverage. This might not be a bad time to try to throw the slant. Depending on what they've got sitting over there, but, if I'm going to get a timeout right here.
Thrashers want to talk about it.
Yeah, and not a bad thing,
Hey, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Hey, listen to the players and of the Thrashmen introducing themselves because it's timeout. I mean, I'm excited about that. All right, here we go, gentlemen. And here's your 2022 Georgia Thrashers.
Jefferson, number 1, safety, University of West Georgia.
Kevin Taylor, number 2, quarterback, Morehouse College.
Brandon Smith, number 7, DB, University of Georgia.
Marte Shears, number 8, free safety, Fresno, California, DB Guru. Marcus Singleton, B-line, number 11, Mason Community College.
Sean Kitchens, number 11, tight end, Auburn University.
Peanut Williams, running back, number 12, Birmingham University.
Devondre Shingleton, linebacker, 12, Albany State University.
Jesse Rivera, Tiger safety, number 16, Cedar Grove High School, Georgia Military College.
Freddie Dixon, number 19, athlete, Westlake High School.
Brooke Favors, number 18, athlete, Mississippi Gulf Coast.
Jamal Simmons, 21, nickelback, Tiger safety, University.
All right, back to the action. We'll have a little bit more time with them after they score this touchdown. Back to you, gentlemen.
All right.
Oh, nice call and nice defense.
Man, it was a great cut right there, but.
Did he not go down?
Yeah, I don't see it. You think that's a – nah, he did.
I mean, that was a nice cut to get inside.
He just kept pushing, Look at that wind on that net, gentlemen.
Yeah, it's rough.
I mean, we should be out there. I feel like we're not doing our jobs.
Where do we get the mumbling thing to go back at him for that?
Yeah, I mean, with my luck, we'd be out there. This thing would go to overtime.
4th and goal right here.
Quarterback.
That's a touchdown.
Yep. Robinson gets in there.
That was a really nice job right there. And I mean a really nice job.
And so the Thrashers assert themselves first. After what I thought was kind of a shaky start for them.
Yeah,
that's a good defense right there. I mean, that's something I've gotten for the Airmen. Your thoughts, gentlemen?
I agree. I think that they are.
That long pass got them down there, but that's about it. I mean, other than that, it's been really a stifling defense.
I think that's something that the Thrashers may have to look at because they're putting so many people at the line of scrimmage, and they are bound and determined that you're not going to run the football at them. So you're going to have to take your shots down the field, it looks like. So 6-0 here in what has been a really crisp played first quarter.
Robinson again at quarterback. Rolls right, has a man. Can't hang on right there. I think that was Sweat, intended receiver.
It was. I mean, put it right in his hands, but that was a tough catch right there in traffic. And if you take a look, here's our top 10.
So I'm going to reveal each one all the way from 11 to 1. It's top 10, but I'll put the 11 in there.
All
right. Number 11, Pensacola Panthers. There we go, Adam. I appreciate it, sir.
Good job, man.
Number 10, Walton County Chiefs. homers. Pike County Titans come in at number 9. A game we're going to see tomorrow afternoon. Columbus Storm come in at 8. Team the Knowles, really, Florida Falcons took care of the Knowles last week.
Yes, they did.
They're for real. 58, that's real stuff right there. Bayou, Lacoma Cardinals. Mississippi Dynasty, and we're just waiting to see what's going to happen there. And then the Final Four, Georgia Cobras, Tuskegee Airmen, Georgia Thrashers, and Adam Collins, can you tell me who the number 1 team is?
The Crescent City Kings.
Boom. Shakalaka. All right. That's our top 10 / 0.1 of 11, because I wanted to give 11. Might as well. We already showed that to begin with. So
you just wanted to pronounce Pensacola, didn't you?
I did.
Well, good job with number 6.
I appreciate that. Lacombe, if I don't think about it, I just say it.
And the thing is that I was looking at the stats today, and
yes, sir.
I kept seeing BLC, and I was like,
what is that?
And now,
Bayou Lacombe? Yeah,
thank you.
Cardinals. There we go. Yeah, so we'll be able to do that. I'll get us a game summary or drive summary here in just a minute. But y'all are doing a great job, gentlemen. Back to you all. Hats off to Joey Russo. We have Teddy Robinson on stats. We have Maya Barrett on the scoreboard, and Adam and Craig calling the game here on Score 58 Network. Glad to have you all with us here live on all streaming. Download that Vimeo app. Throw it up on the big screen. We're streaming at 1080, so it's always nice to look at. 1:27 remaining here on the clock for the first quarter. Oh, and just like that, I jinxed us. It's okay.
No, you're good. We're going to be all right.
It is. It's one of those things that you have to deal with sometimes. Hey, side note, Northeast Georgia Wolverines in the AFA. They're in the EAFL.
Yes.
Taking down the Tigers 24-6.
All right, good.
Giving you some division action here across the conferences. Back to you, gentlemen.
So 1st and 10 right here. Ball is at their own 37 for the Airmen. And, what looked like a promising drive started off last time. It kind of faltered. But, hey, it'll be interesting to see how this thing changes the further on we get, Coach, what adjustments are made. We've already seen one, from the Thrashers, more of a spread look. They took a shot down the field and went to, multiple running backs in that last drive. So it's been a very interesting, first quarter.
I agree. I'm waiting to see. They've got a receiver that'll go up and get it. Like, he's had a couple of opportunities where they had guys go up after football and just weren't able to hang on to it.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot, and I mean a lot of inside zone right here.
Both that can't find the handle has to fall on it.
-5 right there. Bring up 2nd down and 15.
I take that back. I think that was number 11.
It is 11.
That's Dontavius Moore at QB.
And that's the end of the first quarter, Coach.
Man.
They're getting it done tonight. There's not any of this hanging around, talking.
Don't throw the ball. Hey, only throw the ball if you're going to catch it.
And there will be none of this. It is cold. Let's get it done, gentlemen. So 2nd down and 15 as we go to the second quarter. Here's your drive summary. 10-play drive, 71 yards. He had a two-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion failed on the incomplete pass. The drive took up 7 minutes of the first quarter, Coach.
Jeez.
I'm telling you, we saw a 5-minute and 55-second drive for them last week, and then they had a longer drive where they didn't score. But 7-minute drive is to put the ball in the end zone and take up, the rest of the first quarter. As you look at the top 10 power rankings and where people were at last week to this week, what jumps out at you the most, Coach?
I would say the Cobra drop.
So
2 to 4.
Well, I mean, the Airmen are undefeated. The Cobras are 1-1. They didn't drop very far. It's interesting. You got, the Cardinals, the Falcons, Titans, the Chiefs, all at 1-0. There's only 2 teams in here that have lost, and of course the Columbus Storm, they lost to. I just went blank. Who did the Storm? They lose to the Cobras?
That's a great question.
Pretty sure they did.
Let me spark up this computer, and I will give you the answer to your question, sir.
Setting it on fire?
On fire.
All right. 2nd down and 15 here after the fumbled snap or the mishandled snap.
And the Thrashers rallying to the football. Looked like Gillette there first for the Thrashers. And Vincent on the carry. Vincent Tyus.
Gain of 2 right there is going to bring up 3rd down and 13. What number was that on the carry, Coach?
That was number 19, Vincent Tyus.
Mr. Tyus. If you take a look at our first quarter stats, you can see right there the Thrashers, 9 minutes of possession. They were in 14 plays to 8 plays, 72 yards to 6, and of course the deciding factor and the most important stat, up 6-0.
Yeah. That Storm loss was to the Cobras.
That's what I was thinking, but
And oh man, Tyus makes it past the first wave, and it looks like number 21, Jamal Simmons, is going to have to be the one to bring him down there.
And that's going to bring up 4th down. You'll get a timeout for the Airmen right here, Coach.
There's your first quarter stats. Obviously, the Thrashers leading in the point category, the important one.
And all other categories as well. That 5-minute, advantage in the time of possession. But you're looking at this right here. This is about 4th down and 5, maybe 6, where the ball is spotted for the Thrashers. And they called timeout to go for this, Coach?
For the Airmen?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I meant for the Airmen. 4th and 6?
No, you punt this ball.
That's what I'm saying. He called timeout.
No, you punt the ball. You punt this ball.
And I'm kind of looking at this thinking they don't think they're going to punt this ball.
I will tell you, that guy's probably got an offense coordinator's ear over there going, hey, man, I saw this. We can do it. I mean,
as a former offensive coordinator, there have been times when I wanted to go for it on 4th down. But most of the time, I waited for the head coach to go, hey, we're going for it on 4th down. I didn't make any suggestions.
This is quick kick.
Yeah, it's got to be.
There's a snap. No. Quarterback lets it fly.
And that will be a turnover on downs right there.
That was Dontavius Moore that threw that ball and was under immediate pressure. I thought for sure that was just going to be a quick kick.
It was not, Coach, and it sets up the Thrashers offense 1st and 10 at their own, at the Airmen 41-yard line right here.
I mean, it seemed too early to me for that.
I'm thinking that the Airmen coaching staff probably has a lot of confidence in their defense, and I can see why. So it'll be interesting to see what transpires right here. But
Robinson under center. Play action.
Nice throw.
Little dump off to the tight end, and there he goes, rumbling down the field. What number is the tight end, Coach?
85.
Number 85 right there on the reception. Darius Owens.
That is a 21-yard reception right there for Mr. Owens and a 1st down. Nice play action pass right there, and we have entered the Score 58 Network red zone. Did a bad job of reminding everybody that last time because I just did a bad job. No excuse.
Robinson under center again. Fakes the little toss right there, rolls to his right, gets the edge, and is going to run out of real estate and get out of bounds.
5 yards will bring up 2nd down and 5.
Looked like Tyus is the one that ran him out of bounds for the Airmen.
So 2nd and 5, and the Thrashers look like they have settled in nicely right here.
Yeah, they, we talked about that last week about getting through that flurry, where the other team is excited and fired up, weathering the storm, as they say. Robinson, straight drop, rolls left, fires out.
Incomplete.
Looked like maybe he let go of that one too early. That pass was intended for number 4, Ronald Harris.
It's 3rd down and 5 right here for the Thrashers. Ball is at the 15-yard line. It's amazing how there's this game has a good flow to it right now. We're not having the penalty every snap.
Yeah, that really throws a dampener on the game, you know what I'm saying?
So be interesting to see what we got right here. 2 backs in the backfield, Coach.
Play action again. Robinson looking left, fires. Sweat's got the ball.
Sweat's got a touchdown.
And a little shake and bake right there. He's in the end zone. Touchdown. Thrashers.
They're going for 2 again, Coach. Look at this. I mean, it's just a little play action. Going to throw this little inside, whether that was an inside breaking, an in breaking route at 5 yards or just a little stop route right there. But number 9 in space is not something you want to have to deal with.
No.
Number 9 over the top is not something you want to have to deal with.
Yeah, I imagine the University of Kentucky kind of misses him.
Yes, they do. We're missing somebody.
So
don't you love when they start yelling at the sideline and everybody's looking around like, hey. And
who's on the punt? Who's on the extra point team?
And there's that one person that has to run and make that long run.
Yeah, where everybody's watching.
Nice. But he ran up there and ISO'd that linebacker, and they should be in.
And waiting on a call.
What'd they call?
They're going to say no good.
I thought he was in. I know one thing, 35 blew it up in there and ISO'd the linebacker. But the lead remains 12 right here, Coach. 11:35 to go in the first half. And after a shaky first series, the Thrashers offense has come out and has taken it down the field, for a combined, 112 yards, I believe. So, really nice answer.
That is actually 113 yards.
113?
Total yards. They had their first possession, they had 1 yard.
So the last 2 possessions, 112?
The last 2 possessions, 100.
So I was right?
112.
Man. My math teachers would be so proud.
I was good at math till the alphabet got involved. It's downhill from there, buddy. Sine, cosine. Who cares?
I hear you.
Try to be best, 'cause you're only a man, and a man's got to learn to take. Try to believe, though the going gets rough, that you gotta hang tough to make it. History.
Caught it on the line drive kick right there.
Pawanda with a line drive right there. Bringing it back around the right side. Runs out of real estate and gets out of bounds. If I'm not mistaken, that's number 9.
Number 6 with the return right there, Coach.
Thank you, Markel Cox. Your eyes are much better than mine.
Ran out of bounds at the 35-yard line. And if you look right there, the summary of the last Thrasher drive, 4 plays, just over 2 minutes, covered 41 yards. The outcome was a 15-yard touchdown pass to Sweat, and the run for the 2-point conversion failed.
It seemed more like no Sweat. Come on, those sound effects.
I was waiting on the sound effect. I thought we were going to get one of those Mentos commercials. And all jokes and kidding aside, this is an important drive right here.
Oh, this is huge for the Airmen. Snap, give off the left side, fighting through.
And that is 14 in a hurry, Coach.
Vincent Tyus is a load.
14 yards and a first down right there for Tyus.
Riverio there on the tackle.
And they hit him with that play on the 3rd down, and he gained 6. They come back with it, and he gains 14. That's the same play. They've run it twice. But last 2 times they've run it, they've gained 20 yards. I would look for a lot more straight downhill runs, kind of attacking the left side of their line, the right side of the Thrashers defense.
There's a snap.
Quarterback's got it.
Quarterback rolling. Good job hanging on right there. That's Jamal Simmons on the tackle. That run there by Kenneth Dorsey Sr.
No gain on the play to bring up 2nd down and 10.
I'm sorry, Dontavius Moore. There's 2 11s.
Huh?
There's 2 11s. It throws me off sometimes. Dontavius out of Auburn.
I'm fighting everything in my being to not say 3-11. But you know what I'm saying? I had a joke. I was just like, I'm just leaving that one alone. Just had to fight it off there for a second. So 2nd and 10 right here.
It looks like right now amber is the color of your energy. So,
Coach, how'd you know where I was going with that?
We're around each other way too much, man.
Yep. So 2nd and 10 right here. Airmen going into the wind.
Moore takes a snap, fires out to his left, has a receiver, connects, but he's going to be run out of bounds by a host of Thrashers. A gag? Would it be a gaggle of Thrashers? Are all birds gaggles?
I don't know.
Or would it be? Because some are flocks.
I would say a flock.
A flock of Thrashers?
It's a gaggle of geese. So a flock of Thrashers. As long as it's not a flock of seagulls. That pass was completed for -2 yards, so it will bring up 3rd down and 12. And right now the Airmen passing game is 3 passes for -2 yards. 1 for 3 for -2 yards. And
I'm sure to tell you, folks, that's not good.
And that's why they make a living running the football.
More roll. Whoa.
Yeah.
He was trying to roll.
Wow.
I think that was Jamal Simmons, the guy. Well, I thought it was. It might have been Jamal Simmons who got there.
I know one thing. They tried to that was what I noticed that first drive when they had 3rd and long. They tried to sprint away from, move the pocket, and I thought that's a really good idea. If you're going to move the pocket, you have to set the edge. There has to be someone setting the edge so that you can get to the outside, because if you're trying to run out there to an unblocked defensive end,
it's going to end badly.
Yeah, it's not good for you. So we're getting a punt right here for the Airmen.
Scary's playing football.
We're at the same part of the game that we were at last week, Coach, with the Thrashers. Up 12-0.
Command, in a commanding lead.
And
there's the bad snap over his head. He's running. He's just trying to pick it up. He's going to try to get away with it.
And he is going to go down at the 13 or 14-yard line.
So when it rains, it pours right now on the Airmen.
14-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 14, and that was the bad punt snap. And we have changed field position and the tenor of the game. That first drive, you were kind of looking at it. As you can see on the screen right there, we have the that the
Thrashers
schedule? And you got right there, there's the Airmen tonight, and the Knowles next week, Coach.
Yeah, the Airmen will be idle next week. They won't play again until the 26th against the Tri-City Bengals in beautiful Panama City, Florida.
That sounds like a fun game. We should go see that.
I'm thinking we should do that one on site.
Road trip.
First and 10 right here for the Thrashers. Ball is at the Airmen 14-yard line. They'll move the motion across.
Robinson.
Oh,
play action, just trying to get
wide
away.
open.
Floats it to the corner.
Touchdown.
As a man, touchdown.
That's number 19.
That's number 19 right there on the catch. Freddie Dixon out of Westlake High School. Home of one Cameron Newton.
And an 18-0 lead. I mean,
but we saw the exact same thing last week where it just looked like the Thrashers were hands down better than the Cobras, that it was just outmatched. There's nothing you could do. And then in the second half, I think the Cobras decided they were going to do something, and the Thrashers thought the game was over.
Well, the Cobras did something that the Thrashers weren't expecting. They just came after them. They just decided that we're abandoning any game plan we have. We're going to attack you.
Robinson with the give right there, fights into the end zone. And
that's
again, that was Dixon again, was it?
No, that's Jackson.
Oh, Clarence Jackson. I saw the 9, but it was 9-9.
Yeah, that was Clarence Jackson on the carry. Now I'm starting to wonder, was that Clarence Jackson on the catch?
Coach Chapman?
Because I saw the 9. I'm sure if I was wrong.
Let's see.
That is 99.
That is Clarence Jackson on the catch.
So
Clarence Jackson with a touchdown and then a 2-point conversion.
My bad, Chauncey. I'll get it right. That was a great catch. I mean, let's think about this, Coach. Clarence Jackson is listed as a linebacker. He's 6'2", 250 pounds, and he just went up and high-pointed a football on a corner route from the backfield.
Yeah, he's a pretty good athlete. Pretty good athlete. Hey, right there you can see the Airmen schedule. You see right there, obviously, they don't play next week. And as I mentioned before, they play the Tri-City Bengals on the 26th.
The Steel City Raptors on the 2nd and the Sabres on the 9th. Coach, you can see the domination that they've had the first two games, 54-12 and 28-0.
The last time I saw the Sabres, they had a heck of a defense.
Uh-oh, ball hits, and that's going to turn the whole field over right here. And then they're going to throw the flag. It's going to add 15 to it. So it's going to be first down and 10. The ball is going to be at the 33 or the 32-yard line of the Thrashers.
Well, if you're trying to climb back into this thing, that's a great way to do it.
That's exactly what you want to do.
So got 7:38. The Thrashers lead by 20. But the Airmen walk out to a short field. Looks like the officials trying to sort something out here. Let's see what's going on.
Now, Coach, it's 20-0 right here, and this defeats all logic. But I'm turning around and handing the ball to 19. And I'm just going to keep handing it to 19 because that's obviously what got you to the spot where you were, 2-0.
Well, a wise old coach once told me, dance with the one that brung you. Dance with the one that brung you. They seem to be trying to sort something out. I'm not sure what the issue is here.
At some point in time, somebody's just got to say, I made the call. Stick with it. It's cold.
Yeah.
I can assure you from a standpoint.
Unsportsmanlike on the Thrashers.
So there you get the 15-yard. It'll be at the 33 from where they're marking it right now.
I see one of the Airmen imploring the white hat to eject him.
To kick him out.
Eject him for targeting. He led with his helmet.
And there it is. I don't. Was the ball not at? Never mind. Not saying anything. It'll be first. They marked it at the 34, Coach.
Okay.
The 14-yard personal foul mark off.
It happens.
And I'm done. Okay.
He probably said he was sorry.
So
they take a yard away.
Take a yard away. Here we go.
He apologized.
Airmen don't have enough offensive linemen on the field right now. So 1st and 10, ball is at the 34.
Give by more to Tyus.
And he gets nothing.
He's piled up pretty quick. I'm thinking that's big number 49. Or 48, sorry. I think that's Curtis Wright out of Southwest DeKalb High School.
And they're going to mark that as -1, so it'll be 2nd down and 11. And, you know, it's not a point we want to harp on, but.
Okay, I apologize. That was Darius Williams. I see Darius now.
There you go.
6'2", 350. That makes a lot more sense.
Absolutely, Coach. I think I can see Darius.
Darius is a big cat.
He is.
There's snap. Moore looking downfield, throws it out to his right. And that pass is going to fall incomplete. Pass was intended for number 6, Markel Cox.
And Coach, normally when they tell you that that the team that you're playing when the Airmen, their description of the Airmen is they run the football and they want to control the trenches. Normally, if a team with that moniker, that description falls down by 20, you know, if they start to get out of their game plan, it's not very good, which is the reason why I said I would keep running the football.
Well, anytime you can pull somebody out of their game plan, you're winning.
And I would keep running the football because tackling somebody on a night like tonight is going to hurt.
Oh, yeah, and you'll start making decisions like, you know, you start giving those jump-ons.
And here we go.
Moore takes off. And he's going to be run out of bounds by number 7, Brandon Smith. Brandon out of the University of Georgia.
They're going to give him 6. So that'll bring up 4th down and 5 right here. That'd be, you know, if the Thrashers get the stop right here, it'd be a nice job of them handling the, you know, I guess you could say the tough field position they were handed off the, I guess that would be a missed kick on the kickoff. So 4th and 5 right here. This is going to be sprint to the right, wouldn't you think, Coach?
I would certainly think so. Moore in the gun with a sniffer off to his right side.
Nope.
Straight drop, under pressure, lets it fly.
That ball's caught. That should be a 1st down.
It was close. It's going to be close, depends on where they mark him.
They marked him 2 yards short, Coach.
They're marking him way short.
Wow.
I guess they're saying that's where he went out. I would have thought his forward momentum would have held him further downfield. But, I mean, I've been wrong once before, so.
And that was when you thought you were wrong? You were wrong for thinking that?
Yeah.
There you go. I appreciate that.
Might as well jump.
Or as my daughters say, it's the cat song from some commercial.
Oh.
I was like, don't you ever disrespect this song again like that.
It's kind of sad to see David Lieber off nowadays.
It is. So 1st and 10 right here. Ball for the Thrashers at their own 20, just outside their own 25-yard line. And they're going to call timeout, Coach.
So that's going to be the 2nd timeout taken by the Thrashers. I think they're sorting out some personnel issues.
Well, Sweat wasn't in the game.
There's probably not anybody sweating at the game.
Wilson wasn't in the game, so, you know, 2 of their top receivers were standing on the sideline. So it looks like they're going away from a heavy run set to a spread set right here. Let's see if Jackson's the only back remaining in the backfield, Coach.
So right now they're just in full control of this game.
They are up 20-0. We saw this story last week.
At this point, it's like, okay, don't shoot yourself in the foot,
and don't
donate to their cause.
Don't take your foot off the gas. Gas prices are going to have us all like, yeah, they already do.
Yeah, it's going to cost me $12.72 to get here and go home.
Jeez almighty.
And I get good mileage.
I saw something where somebody said they put their car was on E. They put $15 in and it was on E+.
E+, you say?
I thought that was good. First and 10, ball is just outside the 25.
Here comes motion from left to right. There's a snap. Robinson throws it. Connects right there in the middle, right down the seam.
And that's Weems on the catch.
Weems on the catch. We're going to be brought down by number 9. I'm thinking that's Jason Williams.
It's 19 more and a first down.
There's 311, so I apologize if that's not Jason. 11 is a popular number.
Absolutely is. That was number 6 that caught that ball, right?
Indeed it was, sir.
Indeed.
3:49 and counting left here in the first half. Deep handoff right there, ISO. Big gain right there for the Thrashers. That's Clarence Jackson on the carry. All of a sudden becoming a huge offensive weapon.
Jackson for 11 right there. And a first down. I don't know what the referees tried to mark him 2 yards before.
Okay, he went down at the yard line. That's where the ball was.
Yeah, they marked it there.
Okay. All right. I guess they're having some trouble with the chains. Got to straighten them out. We'll be presenting the player of the game later today, or this evening.
There's the clock rolling again.
I got a few people in mind already.
Yes, sir.
I would say Sweat and Mr. Jackson are both in the running at this point.
I agree.
As well as Jamal Simmons, who kind of set this all in motion.
I agree, Coach. That's a really nice. Ooh, hello.
And looks like that ball's carried by Jackson. And number 2, Patrick Campbell, introduced himself.
Give Jackson a gain of 1 right there, Coach.
Mr. Campbell came through there with malice in his heart.
You better if you're going to tackle a 250-pound running back.
Well, it helps when you're 285 pounds.
There you go.
All that science stuff. There's snap. Robinson looking downfield. Fires. Has a receiver.
Hello.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Big hit right there by the receiver. That was Keithon Redding.
That was 0 on the catch right there, Coach.
Keithon Redding, number 0, and he's going to eventually be tackled by Mark Battle and company. Ooh. Yeah, he took that one in the teeth right there.
Gain of 17 and a first down.
Robinson looking downfield, rolling to his right. Gets the ball out to a receiver. He stays up.
That's Sweat.
There he goes running across the field. If there's no flags, he might get it.
Touchdown.
He's in. Touchdown, Thrashers. And I'm thinking the field is clean.
Wow. I can't wait to see that. What an absolute great job of getting the ball on a check down to escape pressure. Then Sweat catches it, makes a man miss, runs back all the way across the field for a touchdown. And here's your instant replay right here.
And you have no ankles. And you have no ankles.
Ooh-wee.
I mean, that was just a great catch and run. I mean, really aware, got a good block right there.
27 and a touchdown, Coach. And it's 26-0.
He's having a super game.
He's having a super year. I mean, he had 4 for 94 last week. Tonight,
he's got to be close to 100.
He's 3 for 77 tonight. We hadn't even got, we're still 1:06 before half.
It has definitely been a long second quarter, gentlemen. But y'all have held in there real well. I'm happy to have it. Hopefully we'll have Mr. Hunt on at halftime. We'll see if he's able to join us. We have great viewership out there. And once again, a reminder for everybody, please tune in with us tomorrow afternoon, 1 o'clock. Gentlemen, are you surprised? Are you concerned that the Thrash are for real?
I'm not concerned if they're for real. I said they were for real. That was my bold statement last Saturday, was that they would
buddy,
play.
We've seen them. This is our we saw them against another league team.
Yes.
And we've seen them for the past 2 weeks. I tell you one thing, they might not want to be on the game of the week anymore. People stop watching film on them.
Look at that.
Incomplete.
I mean, he had him. It just didn't get there.
Hey, at halftime, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Go on Facebook, see if you can find any information, any updates on scores from other teams, and see what you do. I'll let y'all take a break at halftime. If I'm able to bring in Mr. Hunt here on the APDFL, that'd be great. If not, we will take a break. Y'all have done a great job across the board. Looking forward to the second half. Thoughts about the referees there, Adam Collins? They're moving this clock pretty fast.
I mean, I don't have any complaints so far. I mean,
well, you did have complaints about your gas mileage. I did hear that. I apologize for that.
If you could move closer to me, I'll
really speak with the business department and see what they can do about that situation. I mean, I did get you hot dogs. I mean, when you think about,
just give me a gas card, I would really appreciate it.
I mean, when you think about hot dogs, the question I really want to ask the world right now, hot dog questions. What do you put on a hot dog?
Now, are you talking about just a hot dog? You're not talking about like anything fancier than that, just a hot dog?
Just a straight hot dog.
Just a straight hot dog.
Straight hot dog?
What do you put on it, Adam?
Chili cheese and slaw. I mean,
chili
the way.
Cheese and slaw.
All the way.
Okay, because we had a hot dog bar tonight. Craig, what do you put on it?
I'm with Adam. I like all that.
I've never had slaw on my hot dog.
Slaw is great. Chili, great. Chili cheese is great. Okay. Chili and mustard is great.
I put some queso on it today, and I tell you, want to make you smack your mama go after your daddy. It was that good. I mean, it was good. It was good indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we're running down to the last minute here in the first half. He's rocking the baby, number 19 is. Gentlemen, if I can ask for a help so I can give numbers and bring up their information, say their name and their number, please.
Say their number first, though, correct?
Gosh, just say a number. Don't give me the last name. And give their whole name. Mama and Daddy gave them a full name there, Adam Collins. Just don't say Weems.
That was me. I will take that.
You can take that one. Look at him.
Okay.
Yeah, if he had the sound effects, he'd be like.
All right, here we go. 867-5309, under center.
All right, Jenny. I don't need that right now. and Maya Barrett's looking like she didn't understand that reference, and that's okay.
That's pretty good.
It was good. She said 867-5309. I mean, who else are you going to call? I'm going to call Jenny. All right, back to you, gentlemen, for the last 45 seconds of the second quarter.
It takes me back. I remember when there was no area code.
Absolutely. 1st and 10 right here. Ball at the 34, 33.
Dontavius Moore, number 11, under center. Rolls left. Fires downfield. And
that's caught.
It looked like a catch.
Caught by number 3 right there.
That ball caught by number 3, Raheem Scott. Raheem also out of Notasulga.
That was a nice gain right there. of about 12 and a first down. That's back-to-back completions, Coach.
Well, they might have found a little something here, but I would imagine the Thrashers are kind of giving them some space.
Well,
and say, hey, you can have something underneath. There's snap. More rolling.
He is going to be sacked.
Good gravy.
22.
I think the ball came out, and that's number 22 right there on the sack. If I'm not mistaken, that's his second one, Curtis Benton. That's 2 sacks for him tonight.
Man.
And I think that's going to bring us to the end of the first half.
It does.
It definitely does right there. Gentlemen, go get you some food. Get that belly filled up. We'll be right back here on the Score 58 Network. Hey, so glad to have everybody with us. If you're ever interested in being able to be a part of the Score 58 Network family, feel to reach out to us here on scoresports58@gmail.com. We'll throw those digits out there. I'm going to see if we have Bernard. If he joins us in, I'll bring us in. And if he doesn't, that's okay as well. When we're doing that right now, I want to give another kind of just kudos. The Thrashers came to us and said, hey, can we do introductions? And, I like to start small and grow, so I'm going to let them introduce themselves right now.
Safety, University of West Georgia.
Kevin Taylor, number 2, quarterback, Morehouse College.
Brandon Smith, number 7, DB, University of Georgia.
Marte Sears, number 8, free safety, Fresno, California, DB Guru. Marcus Singleton, B-line, number 11, Mason Community College.
Sean Kitchens, number 11, tight end, Airmen University.
Peanut Williams, running back, number 12, Birmingham University.
Devondre Shingleton, linebacker, 12, Albany State University.
Jesse Rivera, Tiger safety, number 16, Cedar Grove High School, Georgia Military College.
Freddie Dixon, number 19, athlete, Westlake High School.
Brooke Favors, number 18, athlete, Mississippi Gulf Coast.
Jamal Simmons, 21, nickelback, Tiger safety, University of the Neighborhood.
John West Grant, number 23, cornerback, Southwest DeKalb High School.
Cameron Ray, number 25, DB, Fort Valley State University.
Daryl Crawford, 54, offensive line, Fort Valley State University.
Martin Green, 55, O-line, LaGrange College.
Joshua Stahl, number 65, O-line, the Virginia Union University.
Chris Love, 69, O-line, D-line, Morehouse College.
Darius Owens, 85.
Jack Jackson, linebacker, number 99, University of Mississippi.
All right, gentlemen and ladies and children of all ages, live from Duluth, Georgia. We've got 12 minutes on the clock and counting. When Maya Barrett hits the 12-minute timer, we can be able to see that. She's adding up the possessions, time of possession for both teams. She's a multitasker here on the Score 58 Network. Glad to have everybody with us. Bernard's on the road. He will be joining us here shortly. Mr. Hunt with the APDFL will come back live here in just a second. Hey, a reminder for those silly folks out there, come join us. Sunday football, 1 p.m. kickoff out of Phoenix, Alabama. Phoenix City, Alabama. Cannot wait. So no further ado, we'll be right back.
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, we definitely can hear you, Bernard. Nice to have you with us. Where are you? You're traveling tonight. Where are you traveling from, sir?
I'm just now leaving the game of between the Florida Falcons and the Pensacola Panthers.
And we want to know some updates on that. What's the update on that part? That sounds like a great matchup.
Yeah, it was. When I left, it was 38 seconds left. Florida had just scored. Florida Falcons had just scored, and had gone up 44 to nothing.
So is Florida for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they got a good squad.
All right.
They're gonna be tough.
I like that. That's the best thing for you to be able to say is that for real. We got 9 minutes on the clock right now. It's 26-0 here. Thrashers, meaning the Georgia Thrashers, over the Tuskegee Airmen. The only thing I can tell you, Bernard, is I think the Thrashers are for real.
Absolutely.
I think they are on that part. Any more updates on scores right now?
We have probably one of the biggest upsets of the day was the Greater Pensacola Jets defeated the Walton County Chiefs.
Okay.
35-25. That was pretty.
What time was that game?
It was a 3 p.m. game, I do believe.
Oh, nice indeed. We got to be able to. I got to figure out how to market those people that stream their games online to get that information out there to the world. Even here on the Game of the Week is one of those things on that end. Now, how far away are you from home right now?
Not too far, about 30 minutes.
Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad on that part.
Yeah.
So, how's the weather down there? There's been a lot of rain in Florida.
It has. It's been raining for the last 4 days. Tonight it's ice cold. It's supposed to get down to the 20s this week. I don't get it.
Bernard, I was in Miami many moons ago, and iguanas were falling from the sky because they were hibernating, and it was. I mean, we were talking low mid-20s, and they were in hibernation, breaking car windows. I mean, it was a crazy time period, and cats and dogs living together. It was just an amazing atmosphere, to say the least. So,
I bet.
It was. I mean, for you being a Floridian, it's awesome when you talk about it cold. I mean, it was cold today enough that I was like, people were like, "Hey, are we gonna be in the press box tonight?" And I got everybody in the studio tonight. I got like 7 people that are like, "We're so glad we're able to have hot dogs and chili and hot chocolate, and we're not." And I got 2 guys filming games tonight, and I mean, hats off to them. They'll get the bulk of the paychecks to be a part of that. So
I bet.
So overall thoughts about the season so far in the 2022 season for the APDFL. You've got 2 weeks under your belt. Go ahead and talk.
I think it's going great. I think it's going to be a really good season.
You were talking some smack on there, talking about people playing Madden because teams are getting blown out too.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
you got to coach. I mean, that's hands down coaching on that part. So, I mean, any bright spots in your mind that teams that kind of just stepped up and you thought, hey, I didn't see this coming?
Yeah, well, that I didn't see coming. I don't think I can be more surprised than what I was today with the Jets. I will say that. But then again, they brought on a quarterback that they used to have that played football for the Gators last year, Tyrone Jones.
Okay.
And he's magnificent. So he's a big help to their team. We'll lift them up, and they'll win a lot of games because of him alone. My biggest surprise at this point are the Florida Falcons. I think the Florida Falcons, they haven't played what some would call the top teams, but the teams that they are playing, they're doing what they're supposed to do, and they're doing it handily.
Right. I think that's where we get with Tuskegee. Everybody's going to walk away going, well, they've played 2 teams that were realistically not competitors, and where they are faults sitting where they were on that part. It'll be interesting when the polls come out next week where they sit across the board on just that overall perspective. One thing that what has shocked you in the sense of not necessarily negative, but hey, I expect a little bit more out of them this year. Going 2 weeks in, it's hard to tell 2 weeks in. Everybody always jokes about, a league. It takes about 5 games to really get your bearings on that part. Go ahead.
Because right now I don't think there's. I think those who are doing, teams are doing what you expect them to do. So I don't think there's any huge surprises. Maybe some from the new teams, But other than that, I think it's as expected thus far. As you said, when we get to around week 5, week 6, then things start to level out.
Oh, it does.
But
Definitely
right now,
does.
yeah, I think
You find that. You haven't had any teams drop. Talk to me a little bit about stats. Some things that my announcers were looking for. They were trying to find. I mean, Tuskegee has an opportunity. They've already played 2 games, and there are no stats recorded right now because we're trying to get some insight. Where are you at from a league perspective concerning stats, getting information out?
everybody's supposed to have stats done. So if they have not had their stats done, then we find them.
I love you. If I could give you a hug across the social media network, man, I appreciate it because I love being able to look at seeing where the top players are right now. And I know that's how you decide who's all-stars and who's going to the games based on that and that situation as well across the board on that end. So, yeah, definitely understand that on that part. How has been the overall attitude across the league? I know that you meet with your owners, you meet with they meet with their coaches going into this 2022 season, week 2-wise.
It's been pretty good. With it being so early right now, there's still some, and not only is the season early, but our website, our web host, they updated their site, so we're actually learning the new platform on the fly.
Oh, I could only imagine because I was looking at that trying to get some information, and I was like somewhat limited on who's updated records and so forth, on that part. You usually pull out your predictions. Where were your predictions this week on the Tuskegee and Thrasher mashup?
I did. I expected. I expected this to be a much closer game. I did expect the Thrashers to pull it out. I'm not exactly sure what I had the point spread listed as, but I think it was probably within the touchdown.
So you definitely lost in Vegas concerning the game you just went to, correct?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I definitely lost that.
Well, you'll have to explain that to your wife of what happened there, man. I just see for you losing in Vegas and picking the points on that part. That is great. Well, we have a game Sunday. How do you feel about Sunday football, by the way, for your APDFL teams?
I love it. The only issue is with these guys. A lot of them, they go to work on Mondays, so if they have to travel, it makes it hard.
Oh, it does, but it's a 1 o'clock game. Yeah, it's a 1 o'clock game. We're excited that it's at the Columbus Storm and the Georgia Knolls. They're not too far apart from each other, to be able to pull that off. We're excited we get a game of the week across that on a Sunday night or Sunday afternoon platform. So that'll be great. For the environment.
And I'm going to see if we can have teams do that more often. It'd be nice to have one game showcased on Sunday. That'd be
somebody
awesome.
That's close, right? That they're
absolutely.
Near each other on that part where it's not where we can showcase it and be able to do that. That's just great. Well, Bernard, I appreciate your time. I know you're talking on the phone while you're driving. Hopefully you're on a headset. You were funny. You were like, oh, yeah, we're on Zoom. And I was like, I was waiting for you. Yeah. You're like, hey, the number's disconnected. I'm like, I don't think it is, but if it is, I apologize. I'm waiting for you to join on. Well, Bernard, we're so happy to have you a part of here on the Score 58 Network. You're doing a great job running this league. We're so excited about Week 3 going into next week and the matchups that we have across the board. I do look forward to hearing who your game of the week's going to be. Do you have one in mind for next week?
I don't yet. We're going to see how these games go this week, and then we'll determine it tomorrow.
All right, awesome. Be safe. Enjoy yourself. Get home okay, and we'll talk with you next week as well, sir.
All righty. Thank you. You guys have a safe night.
All right, bye-bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about, give or take, 45 seconds away from game time. I want to bring in Adam and Craig, and they've been sitting on standby just waiting to say hi. Did they stop? No, they just drove by.
We kept on pursuing to the next spot.
Oh, man. Gosh, if anybody can name that song. Maya, do you know what that song is? She wasn't even listening to us when we're trying to drop lyrics.
She was on ice.
Oh, man. I told her, I said, we got to get better special effects on the voices. All right. Well, Joey Bag of Donuts, we appreciate you being out here in the cold. Just give a weather update right now. Anybody want to tell me what the temperature is right now? And it should be, if I'm not mistaken, let's see, it should be 25 degrees. What's the temperature in Duluth right now? Oh, 28 feels like 19.
I heard the last part of that.
28 degrees feels like 19. I think we need to have Adam there. I think
now imagine you're Tuskegee.
Yeah, down 26 to nothing.
Down 26 to nothing.
I'll tell you one thing. You bring some excitement across the board when you say that. All right, well, gentlemen, I'm going to let y'all take it away here for the third quarter. I'm going to get some stats ready. We'll bring it up after the first series so I can have time to click in the numbers and see where the second half stats are. Once again, appreciate everybody joining us here on the Score 58 Network. We have Adam Collins. And, God, you know, if I got that guy in the scooter coming over to talk to us again, buddy, that's going to be you, man. All you right there, buddy. You know, I mean, goodness gracious. Clear your throat. Let me clear my throat. All right. That was good. I appreciate that, Adam. That was rhythm.
That's a great song.
It is. I appreciate that. Gentlemen.
It's the horns that make it.
All right. Well, tell me flat out, Adam, you got one statement. How can the Airmen get back in the game? And let's not be sarcastic. Look, I just stopped you. You were like, get on the bus. You know, I mean, come on.
Man, I had plenty for you.
It's
and you
26,
said no sarcasm.
No sarcasm. 26 to nothing. We've got to want people to stay in. I mean, if not, I'm going to throw up artwork all night for the remaining 30 minutes, man. I'm just going to be cracking jokes because you want people to be able to tune in and watch the game. So tell me what do they need to do to be in the game? Adam, go ahead.
You got to generate a turnover. You got to have a big special teams play. And you've got to mobilize your offense and get your running game going.
Okay. Craig, give me something different on that part. How can the Thrashers just really put the nail in the coffin? Finish him. Sorry, my bad.
You got me on that one. I've jumped.
I appreciate that.
They've got to do the exact opposite of what they did last week. This is a great test. They came out after the lackluster second half performance last week, dropped 26 in the first half. Really dominated from about halfway through the first quarter on.
And
now
you show back up. They really didn't in the second game.
So now you get a chance to repeat that process. Do you learn from last week? We talked about it on last week's broadcast. It's easier to learn from something when you win, because you can still be positive about it sometimes. So did they learn? Are they going to come out here? They kick off to start the second half, so are they going to come out here and get a 3 and out and then try to put them away with an early score, which is what the recipe would be?
Okay.
I see you on side right here.
Well, I can tell you this much. If they kicked it hard at the front line that time, that's why they got the personal foul, because the guy was going in for the ball.
Well, you didn't have a chance to listen to everything that was going on across the board with Bernard. I don't know if y'all put your headphones on that part.
We did not.
Okay, I appreciate your honesty. Thank you on that. Listen to you. I had a great time talking to him. He was heading back. He saw an upset. He watched the Walton County Chiefs take it to the chin against the Pensacola. They ended up winning on that part.
So Pensacola will be in the top 10 because they're 11, correct?
That is correct, and he was very surprised by that. The Falcons are for real. He definitely realized that.
Florida Falcons.
I'm glad some Falcons are.
We're just going to cut his mic.
Oh, you set him up for that one.
We're just going to cut his mic.
That was a softball.
Okay. No, it's not. It's really not. There's no need for it, Craig.
Now, I'm all in favor of what you said. There's no need for it. That was just violence.
I mean, it is. I mean, I just don't understand it on that part. I mean, we're all sitting here. I made a hot dog bar. I mean, what is another man going to do? I mean, goodness gracious.
And it was awesome.
Adam, you're back on the mic. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it was low-hanging fruit, buddy. Low-hanging fruit.
No, it wasn't.
Now, this is not an encouraging sign for the Thrashers. They don't have enough people out for the kickoff.
Organization.
Just do it with that. Just do it with that.
Run down.
Just run it.
We'll do it with 7. Volunteers. Come on, let's go. Come on, 31. I don't think I'm warmed up enough. It's a little that's the hardest part about the second half.
Quarterback? Is that the quarterback?
Yeah, number 1.
Yeah, Robinson.
Well, it could be the other number 1, who's the DB, that Adam continues to get mixed up.
No, that's the other team, buddy.
Okay.
And I didn't get him mixed up again. It was the one time.
Stop talking.
It was the one time. I appreciate your help, though.
Uh-oh, coming back this way.
Change of direction here. Coming back around the side.
That is a great play right there. That is a great play by number 16, Jesse Riverio.
That's 16 or 19?
It looked like 16.
Okay, I trust you. But that return right there by number 6, Markel Cox. Markel kind of their speed demon, and he's unable to run away from a number of Thrashers.
Well, I know one thing. The 16 in white right there hawked him down across the field. I mean, and got there with a purpose. So 1st and 10 right here. Ball will be at the 39-yard line of the Airmen. And, Coach, as funny as it sounds, I got to establish something. I established nothing in the first half. I established nothing as the Airmen. And I didn't do anything on offense. I've got to come out, and if I'm going to be a power run team, I've got to establish it right here. But wonder how much that offensive lineman getting injured hurt their run game.
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, I would like to see them use a little misdirection, some sort of scheme to get the run going, but I don't know if they're going to be able to.
They're going 2 tight ends, 2 flankers.
Their snap, give off the left side. Not much.
Gain of 2 right there. That was number 5 on the carry.
That's Anthony Haynes. Brought down quickly by the Thrashers. Looked like Jamal Simmons was there.
2nd down and 8 right here. Interesting. I wonder if they think Haynes gives them some big playability. And we'll be right back.
They might, because Tice is such a big player.
But he was close a couple times in the first half of just.
But he is getting downhill in a hurry.
So 2nd down and 8 right here.
More in the gun. Give, or trying to go left, and will not make it out of the backfield.
Number 91, Montez Torbert.
That is correct, sir, out of Thomas M. Cooley High School.
He just destroyed that play. And that was a loss of 2, and so it'll be 3rd and 10.
Okay, unless this is a typo, I think he's 37. That's pretty impressive.
He's 37 years old?
Yeah.
God bless him.
Born in 1984.
Hey, buddy. God bless him.
Conversation right there in the backfield. Bozeman takes snap. Lets it fly.
Got him.
Has a man down the seam.
There
he goes. He cuts back. Oh, no.
He's not down, is he?
He fell down, and then they touched him.
All the way down to the 26. So what a huge completion right there.
Well, that's either Ricky Holston or Markel Presley. They're both wide receivers.
They're going to mark him down to the 27. That's a 34-yard completion and a 1st down. I mean, and is that the spark right there, Coach?
That might be enough to get it going.
Because if you remember last week, the Thrashers had a hard time in the second half dealing with sideline routes and a post.
Give right up the gut. They find some traction. Wow, they blew that dead really fast.
Yeah, they did.
That ball carried by number 5, Anthony Haynes. Looked like Gillette was there first. Number 13, Darius Gillette.
Gain of, we're going to give him 3 on the play. So technically that last play was for 33 yards on the pass. So 2nd and 7 right here. But an impressive start coming out of the locker room right here for the Airmen.
Bozeman takes a snap, lets it fly down the right sideline. Had a receiver trying to come back to it. Looking for a flag. Pass was intended for Markel Cox. Looks like that was broken up right there by number 23.
But I'm impressed, Coach.
John West Grant.
Hey, I'm impressed. They've come out and thrown the football effectively when everything that we had researched on them said it was a run-first team, and normally you don't get, really good balance. They've had really good balance the last 2 times they've had the football. Now, they did run out of time at the half on the sack, but, it looks like they have they're more than capable of throwing the football, and that's going to bode well, especially with their run game.
I concur, sir. Looks like they're going to bring some corner heat right here.
Yeah. On both sides.
Their snap. Quarterback. Both. No, that's Moore. That's Dontavius Moore. Around the left side. Flag down. Looks like there's a disagreement. Oftentimes games like this can get a little heated.
It was a 9-yard gain.
I'm sure everybody on the field's appreciative of the heat. So,
as you look, tomorrow's game of the week, free game of the week, the Georgia Noles are at the Columbus Storm. And that was not a gain of 9. It was a gain of 6 because I forgot it was 3rd and 7.
Gonna bring up 4th and short.
I don't think so, Coach. I think it's the penalty is about to get marked off right here.
Oh, okay. Not sure. Yeah, either way, it's not 4th and short, right?
Mm-mm.
It's either 1st and 10 or 4th and 18.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Unless it's offsetting. That's a possibility.
And if it was after the play, then it will be 4th and short, Coach. So we've run the gamut here.
Well, I say holding.
Okay. So that's
all that and holding's what we get. Okay.
All right then. So we get. It's not going to be 4th down. It'll be 3rd down and about 16.
Okie dokie.
So 3rd and 16 right here.
I guess they just wrote off all the sideline shenanigans.
I hope they changed the down marker. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, more in the gun.
All right, so got back to the flanks look right here, Coach.
Really long time right here. I'm surprised they're not going to take a delay. Drops back, looks downfield, Moore lets it fly.
That's going to be pass interference.
Yeah, and there comes the flag. That pass intended for number 3, Rakeem Scott.
And that's going to be.
Thrasher got up going, what? What?
Spot of the foul.
That was Travis Ledbetter, who is not your typical DB. I thought he looked rather large, 6'2", 235. That is a big DB. But he obviously made contact while the ball was in the air that impeded his route. So it should be a 1st down.
Well, why are they marking it off from there?
It just seemed like a nice spot.
I guess so. It is going to end up being a 1st down.
That's where he got the ball. Why not mark it from there? Heck, he handed me the ball right here. I mean, it seems like a good spot to me. Yeah. 15 yards, right?
I don't know why they put the chains down. It's 1st and 10. The ball is at the 13-yard line.
Well, what's 3 more yards? You know what I'm saying?
Know. But the Airmen threatening to score here on this first drive of the second half. Only problem is it's taken 8 minutes.
Oh, well, I think they're going to back up 5. Yeah, let's see what we got here.
And it's getting physical out there.
It's fixed to get real physical up in here, Klein.
Would that be Mr. Coach Klein?
Yeah.
Try to be best, 'cause you're only a man, and a man's got to learn to take it.
Well, when number 6 was announced, all I could think about is Bayou LaBattery.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Steve. You gone all day, leave me home with nobody except Steve. Oh, man.
If there were no negative reports on Facebook.
There are now. There are now. What's that guy talking about? I've seen his picture. Is he senile? Yeah, I agree with you. They've made real progress. The problem.
So they had a false start. They didn't mark off the penalty.
Okay. They didn't mean to.
So it's 1st and 10 again.
All right, there's a snap. More rolling.
Uh-oh.
He was rolling right and stopped.
Oh, what a throw.
Receivers looking for that's number 6, Markel Cox, looking for a flag.
I think he may have gotten grabbed on the break.
Yeah, I think he caught him by the elbow.
But I know one thing, if he holds that ball 1 second longer, number 31, I think that's Martin Rowland.
Yeah, he would.
From Morris Brown College.
Was about to run through him.
It was about to be an ugly sight. And if you can't take anything from me, just understand, rolling right and stopping the throw is not something you want to do.
Because everybody else is still moving.
Mm-hmm. I think we're going to get a timeout right here for the Thrashers.
Timeout, Thrashers. They want to talk about it.
2nd down and 10. Ball is at the 13-yard line.
But still at the current clip.
Yeah.
They're at 9 minutes and 10 seconds.
I mean,
this drive, which is awesome.
It is.
Time of possession, except you don't. Time is the one thing you do not have.
Unless you're just playing that we're going to freeze out their offense so that they're so cold they can't play when they get out there.
I mean, it's not a terrible plan.
No, it's not. Actually, on a night like tonight, if I'm the Thrashers, no matter what happens on this series, I'm play faking and throwing the ball deep to number 9 on the first play, just to let everybody know that we're not taking our foot off the gas. This is not run, punt in the second half this week.
I like it.
I can tell you right now, I was looking at the date today, and I was trying to figure out when the last time it was this cold in the state of Georgia in March. And I was like, when was the blizzard?
93.
Yeah, I know, but what I was trying to think it was
February.
It was March.
It was March.
It was March, man.
Get out of town.
It was March because the ACC basketball tournament was on, and I stayed in my house and watched it by the fire back when the ACC basketball tournament was the best thing on TV. It is no longer. We will be back shortly.
Having a little technical difficulty.
Probably also weather-related.
Speaking
of gentlemen, we're off the air right now.
Okay.
Got internet issues. So
all
just
right.
give me 1 second.
Okay? Roger that.
I'm going to kill your mics.
All right.
All right. So, in case you're wondering what happened, it's my understanding that Thrashers intercepted a pass and then returned it the distance of the field for a touchdown. And I guess if you're trying to keep your foot on the gas, having your defense run one back will do it. So,
and you know, we're just dealing right now, ladies and gentlemen, with the weather, the wind, power outages, you know, all the fun stuff that comes with winter weather in the state of Georgia. Just thank you for sticking with us and letting us get through this little blip in our broadcast tonight. But your score right now is 32-0 after the interception return for a touchdown.
With 5:22 remaining in the third quarter.
And I look like on the extra point that number 2 was back at quarterback, coach. So number 1 played quarterback the whole first half, and now they unleash number 2 on you when you're down 32-0. That doesn't seem fair. Because Taylor is a definite talent.
Makes me feel like I'm at the skating rink.
Absolutely. Or watching our pitchers at LaGrange College when I was in college play at Barry. Every time they hit a home run, they played, you dropped the bomb on me, and they played it 6 times in the first inning one time. It was a rough day.
That's harsh.
You don't even want to begin to talk about that day. That name of that song is Sneaky Gene or something like that?
Could not tell you.
Or Sleepy Gene, not Sneaky.
That's
Sleepy Gene. My dad, if he's watching this, is mad at me for screwing that up.
Drum and hold the phone. The sun came out today.
Don't turn around this time. Waiting on him right there is number 19, Freddie Dixon.
And gentlemen, hey, Craig Chapman, being a baseball man that you are,
the name of this song is Centerfield, John Fogerty.
I'm not asking you to quiz that. I'm just giving us a little. How excited were you about that coming across of baseball occurring here opening day, April 7th?
I was actually on the field getting ready to play a 9th grade game.
I mean, you're a Hall of Famer at LaGrange Panthers.
I am.
I know. It's congratulations on that part.
Thank you.
You know, I mean, it's awesome in that sense. But to get a little bit of baseball here in the spring, we got football in the spring. UCFL is about to start up. We got the WNFC kicking up here in April. It is going to be a busy 3 or 4 months before we can breathe again.
And you got March Madness, so everything, it's wall to wall right now.
It is. And NBA coming to the end and getting ready for the playoffs. I know it's 32-0, and you always try to find things to talk about.
Well, we already did the hot dog conversation.
How about the NCAA tournament? Y'all failed to mention that.
Well, I mean,
I mean the good one.
Okay.
Wrestling.
Indeed, sir. It's in Detroit, Michigan.
I got to stick with my partner here, man.
There's snap.
Oh, my
drops
word.
back. Instant pressure. Going to be wrapped up. Moore's going down.
That's number 13.
That's Gillette. Number 13, Darius Gillette on the tackle. Gillette's had a pretty good game.
Lost the 2 on the play to bring up 2nd down and 12.
Yeah, I had to go back and watch the Big Ten championships. I missed them. I'm pretty sure I was here.
I think you're right. I think I got home that night, and I think it was still on.
Yeah.
Now, here's the key. Does the clock just keep running now that it's a 30-point game?
Well, I mean, I had that question in my mind. I didn't want to ask because it makes me seem uninformed. But I would think so.
You're correct. Great one.
Oh.
Are they going to throw a flag on that?
No, there's no interference.
Number 6 is trying to figure that out.
No, it's Days of Thunder football. Rubbin's racing.
Days of Thunder football.
I mean, you can't expect there to be no contact. That's unreasonable. You know what I'm saying?
I understand exactly what you're saying.
And it is my experience as an offensive guy that offensive guys cry about everything.
Well, you know, I'm a quarterback, so every pass that is incomplete, there has to be a penalty on it. 'Cause
it couldn't be that it's just an incomplete pass.
No, I don't throw incompletions.
You know, but receivers looking for a pass interference every time that something happens is like the DB that every time he gets beat, his hamstring is pulled.
That's pretty good right there.
Yeah,
now.
that's the last time Bo let me go to the movies with him. Because we saw this together.
Hey,
Cole, you're wandering all over the track. Yeah, well, the son of a bitch just slammed into me. No, he didn't slam into you. He didn't bump you. He didn't nudge you. He rubbed you. And rubbing, son, is racing.
Okay.
Nice. I don't know if you heard any of the stuff I said. I don't think he's listening to us right now.
Probably not.
All right, hey.
Riverdale Cinemas.
Yes,
double
listen.
feature. I always remember double features.
3rd down and long right here. Oh, man.
Oh, under lots of pressure.
And it's that
he's
man
gonna
again.
He's going to be sacked by Darius Gillette.
Is that his 3rd on the night?
No, that's his first. I think that's his first sack. He's had multiple tackles.
I know he just had the sack to start this drive.
Okay, so that is his second one then, because Curtis Benton also has 2.
Yes. And that was a loss of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up 4th down and 18. And right now it's just the ball is snapped, and somebody is saying hello.
Yeah, at this point for the Airmen, the wheels have come off. And if you play long enough or coach long enough, you've been around where this happens, where, you know, bad turns to worse. I mean, it's just, if it's never happened to you, you haven't been coaching or playing long enough. That's going to be a short kick. It does take an Airman roll, but only to about the 30-yard line, I believe.
And that's where
25 maybe?
30, Coach.
30, okay.
They have their tri-stripes at the 30 and the 50.
Okay.
All these things I learned last week trying to figure out where the ball was at.
I understand.
So 46 seconds left, or the clock is still running. My apologies. 1st and 10 ball is at the 30.
I would imagine both teams would be like, yeah, run the clock, please.
Mm-hmm.
Please run the clock.
Get out there, and guys on defense are jumping around, and guys on offense in the huddle are like, let's go, break the huddle.
But at this point, no matter which side you're on, if you're the coaching staff, both sides are going run the clock.
Yep.
Run, clock, run.
Let's get out of here and not get anybody hurt. And the Airmen will say, hey, we'll go back and regroup.
I think that's Taylor at quarterback.
It is.
He drops, fires, had a man, overthrows him just a tad. A little weather report right there.
That nice, balmy 25 degrees.
It's probably just going to say cold, super cold.
And that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. We head to the 4th. Thrashers 32, Airmen nothing.
Welcome to the check down, where we bout to check now for upcoming events, opinions, and insight round, sports and entertainment. Jump in or pipe down. Welcome to the check down, to the check down. Welcome to the check down, to the check down. Welcome to the check down, to the check down. Check now because the information will flow. You'll be amazed at what you learn and what you don't know. Take the opportunity to enjoy the presenters. Connect the spots like people with Wi-Fi transmitters. Get your phones out your tablets or your computer. If you know some friends that would, you should include them. Tell them to tune in and get ready to move the needle. To monopolize so much talent should be illegal. Welcome to the check down, where we about to check now. For
all right, gentlemen, how you like the new song? Talk to me. How you like the new song?
Okay. Hey, there I am.
Hey, buddy. Hey, because you can't hear your own voice, you think it's better. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's always how I feel.
And that's Donnie Dorsey bringing us the check down. He does all my tunes.
I thought that was really nice.
I liked it.
And that's our opinions segment. And that means when the night is long in the fourth quarter, it's opinions, not opinions. Welcome to the check down. All right, gentlemen. 32-0. It's going to be an interesting game. Let's talk a little bit about this next game tomorrow afternoon. We have the Georgia Noles against the Columbus Storm. Oh, did he catch it?
No, he did not.
All right. Craig, you get an opportunity to call that game with Dorian Coleman. And I want you to talk to me a little bit about the Noles versus the Storm. The Storm are in the top 10. The Noles are definitely not. They took a beating by the Falcons, but right now I don't think that's to me, that's an okay thing to take based on what we think. What do you feel like that game's going to be?
Well, they scored 26 points against the Falcons, so it looks like they.
It was 58-26. You're exactly right.
It looks like they have some offensive prowess, and we saw Columbus early, and I think what you're going to look at is Columbus's defense, and seeing how we think they're pretty legit,
right?
And I think it'll be a defensive battle.
I gotta prep you because that would be awesome to have too legit to quit right now.
Absolutely.
I apologize.
That's
I just
all
don't
right.
have too many hands. The octopus does not work well with me right now.
And here we go.
Oh, is he going to throw it deep? No.
No, he's just going to run out of bounds and make it fourth down and 10 right here.
All right, so gentlemen, look at next week. We have we work with the Thrashers, the Storm, and the Noles in the APDFL. Take a look at their schedule, who they're playing. Okay, you already told me the Thrashers and the Noles play each other down in Macon. Okay, that right now that'll be a very interesting matchup. If I'm the Noles and I'm watching this game, I'm like, okay, well, let's just get a victory against the Storm.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you're.
But this is the first time the Thrashers will be on the road. Granted, they're going to Macon. It's only about an hour and a half south from where they're at this point. So,
what they've got travels.
They do. Look at you. What they got is travels.
No, what they got travels. What I'm saying is their game travels. They don't. They're going to take that defense with them
everywhere they go,
and their front will play against anything.
And the furthest trip they have is Birmingham.
You're already looking at the schedule, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Look at you, overachieving nerd.
That's what I do, man.
I like
That's
that,
what I
man.
do.
Hey, you know what you get? You get this.
How
right
do you
here.
think I know everything?
Look at this. And because you said how I know everything, you go from the clap to the.
No, I have to look things up. That's how I know everything.
Hey, if I could bring in Dorian Johnson, man, the Wolverines pummeled the Tigers.
Yikes.
In the EAFL.
I got to see the early part of that game, and let's just say that.
Oh, it's interesting.
For the first 3 or 4 minutes of that game, everything broke the Tigers' way, and then a bad center snap
changed everything.
Led to a fumble return for a touchdown, and the wheels fell completely.
Big Mo. The interception in this game. And
it was a great. I mean, we'll go to it after this play. Do you think the Thrashers should have wear white pants and be yellow versus white here? Should they have kind of got together and said, hey, because I love the yellow and yellow. I really do.
Nice run right there.
Well, I don't know. To me, that's too much yellow, but that's just me.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, you're labeling this as the play of the game right here.
I think this is the play that changed the game.
So, therefore, the play of the game. Well, the most pivotal play in the game, right, Coach?
I would say for sure. The play of the game is probably Sweat coming all the way across the field.
When he caught the little check down route.
Running by all 11 people.
Yeah, and getting to the corner.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm not going to disagree with you there on that part. But once again, you said Sweat instead of saying number 9 and his first name and then his last name. But you're not learning. It's okay. So, it's all right.
There's number 22 again, Coach.
Hey, Adam, I went and saw Batman last Sunday.
Oh,
it
yeah?
was a 3.5-hour movie. Okay, including the previews at the beginning. It was wonderful. Wonderful. I could talk for days on that part.
Can't pay somebody to sleep that long.
3.5 hours.
Because at an hour and a half, I'd have been done.
Oh, no. An hour and a half, I'm looking at my watch going, come on, bladder. You can do it. Stop drinking. Okay, just sit there and watch the game on that part. So, and then there was a dude next to me that just kept getting up and walking past me because his bladder could not hold. I'm like, weak. I just
see. That's why I never go to movies early. I want to go where I'm by myself, where there's like 10 people in the theater. That's when I want to go to the movies.
10 a.m. in the morning on a Sunday, it was fully packed.
Really?
Yes, and I was amazed by that. I got.
Sounds like a lot of people missed church.
They did.
You know what? Let's not bring religion into that.
Oh, goodness.
You know, just because they didn't go to church on a Sunday at 10 o'clock doesn't mean they didn't go to church.
That's right.
Sometimes you just have to take it to the church. All right, gentlemen. And 9:23 and counting. Here we got an interesting talk to me a little bit about where do the Thrashers go from here. Adam, you got the first call.
Well, I mean, from here, they play the Knowles, and I think that's going to be a terrible matchup.
Well, I mean, let's look at give me the win-to-loss ratio here. Okay, you got the Knowles, then the Predators, and the Blackhawks. When is their first challenge? Do you understand how bad I want to go to the 23rd of April?
Well, I was going to say the Florida Falcons, I think, is their first challenge.
That is the first. I mean, and unfortunately, we're going to be in the midst of the WNFC, so that's not going to happen in any world that I live in that sense. But that is going to be the matchup. Oh, my goodness gracious. The Falcons versus the Thrashers. Can you tell me if that's home or away?
That's home.
Oh, my goodness. That means it's going to be at this park right here.
Correct.
Yeah, I might have to send one of y'all up there to call that game.
All right, well, I'll stay here with you.
Spoken more like – I mean, it could be nice. I mean, you could be up there with a bag of donuts and calling the game.
Well, this is true. I like being in the press box. I enjoy that aspect of it.
Gain of 8 right there for Chris Weems on the reception from Kevon Taylor.
But, I will say that the thing that's most functional about what we do now, in my opinion, is the ability to do multiple games in one evening.
Okay, and I appreciate you saying that.
Whereas normally we would – oh, my word. Golly. The hits just keep on coming.
But do you understand how well he threw that up there?
Nice
let's look at this instant replay, gentlemen. As smooth as butter. If somebody said butter was a wood, this would be the wood of butter.
Keithon Redding on the reception right here.
You got to get that guy. You got to get covering.
Just a 28-yard dime.
Yeah, if you're the Airmen, that just hurts your feelings.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just like, really?
Should we really be doing that here on a running clock?
I mean, you got a new quarterback in. Everybody practiced. Okay, there's two schools of thought here. Number one, you should just run the ball.
What kind of school is this?
This is a conservative school. You should run the ball. You should run the ball and be respectful to the other team. Don't try to run the score up.
Private school or public?
Both.
Yeah, and then the flip side of this.
I've never met both before.
The flip side of this is that guy practices like everybody else does. Why shouldn't he get to do what he does when he goes out there?
That was a nice 2-point conversion right there.
And, it's hard to argue either side.
So do we tap out here at 7 minutes and some change?
I mean,
I'm going to let y'all take it till about the 2-minute mark, and I'm going to join back in with you because it's going to get a little rowdy here. 40-0. At the beginning of the game, we talked to Bernard, APDFL, and he was thinking the Airmen were going to bring more to this.
I would have thought this, I thought that the
Thrashers, the first series,
yes,
we thought the defense was for real.
Well, I thought the Thrashers would pull away late and win by probably 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
That was what I thought in my head, simply because the Airmen hadn't really played anybody.
Does anybody want to know what the APDFL prediction was?
What was it? Because, he posted it out there.
He picked the Thrashers to beat the Airmen 29-21.
It'd be a great game, 8-point game. We'd be focused.
Well, I'm just sitting
We'd
here.
be in the thick of it.
one of the things that
because you always want a good game, correct?
Absolutely,
Craig? You do. I mean, yeah. Go ahead, buddy.
What Coach was talking about running the ball and doing all that stuff, and everybody gets to play. We ran into a situation this year in one of our games where they brought a third-string quarterback in, and he came in. He was the JV starting quarterback when we were in Fort Valley, Georgia, one night, and they brought the JV quarterback in. And they ran their offense, and he threw RPOs all over us when we were down by a bunch. And he was really good at it. And, you know, I'm sitting over there thinking, they probably shouldn't be doing that. But the point being was that the next week they lost 2 quarterbacks, and he was the quarterback that took them to the quarterfinals. So you can look at it one of two ways. You know, does everybody get reps or whatever? And, you know, I see both sides of it. I'm guessing that he wanted me to stop talking.
No, it's just into the thick of it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's you asked for it. Here we go. You ready? Here we go.
Into the thick of it. Into the thick of it. Into the thick of it.
What is this from?
We don't ask questions about stuff like that. We just know that I know into the thick of it.
I didn't know if it was some movie that I'm not good enough to go watch somewhere.
Oh,
or
so what you want? And people are trying to watch the game.
They're
right
still
now.
pressing.
I know.
Yeah.
They're not going to let up.
Well, we didn't.
We just said they shouldn't. So I mean, Moore rolling to his right under lots of pressure. Evades pressure, just kind of throws it away.
And the first pressure was by number 22, Curtis Benton again. He's got 3 sacks on the night.
He's been pretty active.
Yes, he has. So, Coach, we're at, just under 4 minutes. Who would be your player of the game?
My player of the game, I would probably go with Sweat. Simply because, he made some plays when the game was still in question.
2 TDs in the first half.
The game was still in question. He had a huge catch that led to the first touchdown.
Yep, sure did.
He's what got him going, in my opinion. I do think that the play of the game was the most pivotal play of the game was the interception. The play of the game was Sweat running all the way, like making 11 people miss. That was the play of the game. So I would go with DeMarcus Sweat.
And I do as well, because he had 3 catches for 77 yards. 2 of those 3 were touchdowns, and the other one was a key first down. So
yeah, that's number 9, DeMarcus Sweat. The Score 58 Live Game of the Week Player of the Game.
There you go.
There's a snap.
Screen.
Moore looking. Lets it fly. Has a man.
Oh,
just out of his reach.
And I give him a lot of credit for that throw, because he got hit in the face as he let it go.
Well, you knew he was fixing to take it in the chops, because they've been in his face all night.
In the NFL, that's 15 yards, roughing the passer.
Oh, yeah. Be sweet to the quarterback. There are a lot of be sweet to the quarterback rules.
And, being a quarterback, I understand why they don't want the quarterback to be out of the game. Being a football fan, when I watch it, it is absolutely maddening.
It's the sheer amount of money they've got invested,
Yes, that is true.
I saw where Rodgers signed for 2 years and like $100 million.
Yeah, it's a ridiculous amount. I was telling Amy this morning that they redid Ryan's contract today to give him salary cap relief. And she said, well, what'd they do? I said, well, they just pay him up front. And she goes, well, what did he get paid? I said, $23.5 million. And she was like, are you kidding me? I was like, nope, I am not.
I could get my head straight for 23.5. Maybe pay a couple things off.
Oh, look at the fake punt right here.
And, you know, I like the fact that they're still trying to get after it. They're still trying to find a way. I can appreciate that. Because, I mean, those are your options. Keep fighting or lay down.
Well, that will do it, Coach, because we're going to be under a minute. Shouldn't have to – I mean, they really shouldn't have another snap.
So the Thrashers come out in convincing fashion.
Absolutely. No second half stop tonight.
No, they this evening they left no doubt. You know, I know there were probably some doubters last week in the Cobra victory when they beat them, but tonight they left no doubt for anyone about who the better team was.
And, you know, now you're getting to the point where, you know, they've played 2 games now. This is the 3rd game for the Airmen. By the time we get to game 5 or 6, you know, you're going to be looking at the point, you know, we'll start being able to see some tangible reads on the rankings. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's an argument that could be made that the Airmen may be, or that the Thrashers may be the best team in the league.
No, Crescent City Kings still won. Do not say that word.
No.
People from Stinky Town do not want to get in our business right now, okay?
All I'm saying is that there's an argument to be made. I didn't say that they were.
The Thrashers are obviously the best team.
They really are a good team. I cannot wait to see that matchup between the Kings and the Thrashers in the APDFL Cup in Atlanta, June 25th.
That would be a great game.
I can't wait.
Have they got a confirmed location yet?
Not yet. All right, ladies and gentlemen. You know, the one thing that I know is that my man Joey Bag of Donuts is ready to get out of here. He's cold, ready to go in every such the way of fashion. It's not a replay. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Adam Collins with my co-host Craig Chapman. I'm Bo McMichael as well. I like to do dual partners here and say, hey, enjoy yourselves. This is Saturday Night Football.
Welcome, one and all. Let's go! It's time to get it started. It's time to stand to your feet. Competition's inside the door, hoping to serve you defeat. Coaches, get out your playbooks. Players, get pads and cleats. Fans, get out your merchandise. Make it loud as they need. Refs, get out your whistles. It's time to get it ready. Run up and down silence. Make sure the call is steady.
Hey, we'll be back tomorrow, 1 o'clock
It's time
p.m.
to go to war, not giving it now.
Got the Storm versus the Knowles.
And it's Saturday
Come
night.
join us.
It's
going to be a lot of fun.
It's game time.
Joey, drop it down, buddy. Head back to the old home. We'll see you soon.
You made it here with your team with all the fan support. Are you getting a W or an L you report? If you win or you lose, you gotta learn every day. When you get on the field, you hear game noise on each play. It's the fight to the finish and the battle of titans, where all the competition keep the senses all heightened. It's game time, and it's Saturday night, where the old shots take